Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have the pleasure of sitting down with Barbie Watts, who is the Director of Promotions and Marketing from the Downtown LaGrange Development Authority.
Good
Barbie,
morning.
welcome to the show.
Thank you, Alton. It's good to be here.
Well, it's good to sit down with you again. It's always great to see your bright smiling face, because I know that as we get ready to enter into the fall of the year, there's going to be a number of things happening in and around the downtown LaGrange area, and I know that you're the lady there to have the finger on the pulse and just kind of know what's happening there. But before we get talking about some of those things, Barbie, tell us a little bit about your role, if you don't mind.
Okay, I do promotions and marketing for downtown, and I hope to bring people in to enjoy our shops and our restaurants downtown, and just make people aware of all the good stuff we've got in LaGrange, and hopefully they'll stay and keep their dollars in Troup County, and pretty much can find anything they're looking for downtown.
That's right, absolutely. Because there are a number of great little shops down there. We have, you know, restaurants and little gift shops and things of that nature.
Theaters, yeah.
Theaters, absolutely.
Museums.
Museums. I mean, we're very fortunate to have 3 museums within a block of each other, right?
Yes.
And always something that's being displayed at all of those. And I know that I think the LaGrange Art Museum is about to undergo some renovations too.
They are. We're excited about this, the Center for Creative Learning.
That's right, absolutely.
And it's very exciting what is going to be happening there. So we're looking forward to having that added to downtown.
Absolutely. And as we talk about, you know, things happening in the downtown, the fall of the year is always a favorite time of the year for me, because the weather is really, really nice. People get out, they enjoy, you know, the movies and the other things there. Talk a little bit about some of the things, and we were just going to kind of start out, I guess, we're in the month of September now, but I know starting in the month of October, there's going to be a number of things starting. Talk about the first event that you have coming up during the month of October.
Okay, well, one of the very first things that we do is we start the Scarecrow contest, and this is the 4th year for that contest.
Okay.
A lot of the merchants downtown will put a scarecrow out in front of their business, but we also open up the contest to community members, organizations, other businesses that aren't located downtown, but maybe want to spotlight their business a little bit.
Okay.
And what we do is photograph every one of the scarecrows and post those on the Downtown LaGrange Facebook page, and then people can go on there during the month of October and vote for their favorites. They just do that by liking the photo. And then we announce the winners at the chili cook-off at the end of the month. So it's a fun, I'm hoping that it'll just continue to grow. We add more scarecrows every year, and a lot of communities that do this, the people really get into it, and they have huge, you know, displays. So I'm hoping that LaGrange, you know, will pick up and catch on to that too. So if anybody's interested in doing that, if they'll contact me, and I'll assign them a spot and give them the information, the guidelines for the timing and everything.
Very good. Talking about guidelines now, is it like just only for the month of October, or does it expand over into other months?
No, they'll go up, I believe the day they need to go up is October 7th. And of course they'll stay up through the chili cook-off, because that's when we'll announce the winners, but the following week they'll come down, because then downtown's getting ready for Christmas. So we've got to get those fall decorations out of the way so we can start getting, you know, the festive holiday decorations up for Christmas.
They almost like to overlap each other now.
We got to be real careful to to make that transition.
Absolutely. All right, so that's in the starting of October. Now also know that the second annual Korean Festival will be taking place.
Yes, we're very excited about this event. We had, you know, the first one last year, and it was a wonderful event, and this year it's going to be even better. They've moved it to a Saturday. We picked a weekend that's not a big football competing weekend, so hopefully people will come and enjoy. The hours of the event are from 11 to 3. There's going to be Korean food, free food, you know, examples of Korean culture, the costumes, the dance, the taekwondo exhibitions, and Korean music. So it's a wonderful event, and I would encourage anybody that didn't have the opportunity to go last year to please come. You will not regret taking the time to come. It's wonderful, and it's you know, a nice way to learn about the Korean culture. Okay,
and it's free food, I heard you say. So is there?
Yes.
Like, and it's going to be down on the square.
Yes, it'll be on the square. We'll have a stage set up, and one part of the event is we make a food they call the bibimbap, and they did it last year. We had like an 11-foot table, and everybody participated, and they did it all at once, and I didn't get to taste it, but they said it was great.
Bibimbap is what?
Bibimbap.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's lots of interesting things that you can learn about their food and come have a taste. So
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So please, bring your children, bring your friends, and it's a wonderful experience. So we're very happy to have it in LaGrange, and hope everybody will take advantage of it being here.
Absolutely. Okay, that's the Korean Festival, October 11th in the downtown area. And one of the things that always bring people out is football. Like I say, the fall of the year is just an awesome time to have football games taking place. And LaGrange College homecoming will be October 17th.
That's right. And they always start their homecoming festivities off by, they have what they call Panther Palooza. We partner with them on that, and that's an event the Friday night of homecoming week. And this year they're doing something really special for the whole community. They're bringing in a Beatles tribute band called The Return, and they're going to be performing a free concert, and that starts at 7:30. I think it goes till 9:30. So everybody is welcome to come. It's supposed to be a fabulous show. The band dresses in period costumes, so you'll see the Beatles in the 60s, in their costumes from the 60s all the way till present day, I guess, or whatever. Right. But anyway, so that'll be a lot of fun. That is open to the whole community, so we hope everybody will come out and enjoy that event.
And that's going to be held at the...
That's at Lafayette Square also.
Oh, on the square. Oh, okay.
The concert will be at the square. It will be at the Showmobile. So everybody come on out, wear your British invasion clothes, or, it should be a lot of fun. Of course, the weather's always gorgeous. So.
Absolutely. Okay, well, very good. And I know that in the next event we're going to talk about is one that's it's a fundraiser for other events that take place, and that's the Mary Market.
Yes, that is a event that's put on by the United Way, and they raise money for early childhood education. The downtown merchants participated last year, and we're going to do it again this year. Our space is called the Merry Merchants of Downtown, and we've got a sampling of merchandise from downtown, and we'll be at Merry Market, and hopefully introduce people that are coming to shop at Merry Market to our downtown as well, so they'll come back and shop with us, during the holidays.
Very good, very good.
So we love that. It was a big success for us last year, and we're going to continue to do that.
Very good. And I know Stephanie Preston, I'll probably have her on to talk about it a little bit more in depth. Always does a wonderful job with that, and don't want to start naming names because I'll leave somebody out. But
that's the right name.
That's the right name, right? Okay, very good. And you were talking, you mentioned a moment ago that the annual Scarecrow announcements will be made, or winners will be made at the Chili Cook-Off. So I'm glad to see the Chili Cook-Off is continuing and really taking on another
Alton,
fire.
24 years.
Yes.
Can you believe it?
Absolutely.
So we're planning the 24th annual Chili Cook-Off, and that is open to community members to participate as well. So if anybody's interested in doing that, if they'll contact me. If anybody's not familiar with the event, you come and pay $5, and that gives you a ticket, and you get to go around and sample the chili from the different people. And we have a People's Choice vote, so you get to vote for your favorite. We also will have professional judges. They'll vote for their best chili, and then we also give an award for the best decorated booth at the event.
That's right.
Okay, so that's just one part of that day. The other part of the day is the trick-or-treating around the square, and that's for children that are 12 and under in costume. And we've several of the Kia suppliers have, in the last couple of years, added to the candy. So the candy, there's a lot of candy for the kids to trick-or-treat with downtown. And then we also are having a costume contest for the children 12 and under.
Okay.
It's that day too. So it's a busy day. We usually have about 2,000 people downtown, so it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And just encourage everybody to come out and enjoy that. And then the rain date will be the Sunday on the 26th if we have rain. And the only other thing, we're changing it up this year. We're starting the event a little earlier because we want to make sure people can come and eat chili for lunch and not come after lunch and be too full. So the Chili Cook-Off will actually start at 11, and it'll end at 3.
So 11 to 3.
11 to 3.
Very good. And talk a little bit about the funding, because the Chili Cook-Off goes to fund some of the agencies of United Way as well, correct?
Well, what United Way used to run the event, but they handed it over to us. So now we've changed it just a little bit, and each individual participant usually will pick a charity that they will donate their prize money to. So everybody that participates will get a little bit of money back. What we do is after we award the prizes, we take the profits that are left over after the event expenses are deducted, and then we divide it amongst the participants. So everybody gets a check for participating, and then we they specify what charity or organization they want those funds to go to.
So overall, so a very good
it's
cause.
still, yes, it's
for a
still
very good
helping
cause.
out causes in the
Absolutely.
community.
Absolutely. And then too, you come out, I know that the years that I've come, there's some really good chili there as well. I'm glad to see that they sell it.
So many varieties. Yes, and you can also get a to-go bowl. If you find your favorite chili, then you can get a to-go bowl and take it home for later in the day or that night.
Absolutely. All right. And well, we finished up the month of October, and I know as time gets ready to expire, I know that we got November coming up. We have the Halloween, the Thanksgiving, and then we move into the Christmas.
Yes.
Talk about a few other events.
In November, we pretty much our big focus is the weekend before Thanksgiving. We have a Friday night event. It's the Candlelight Holiday Sip and Shop, and the shops stay open late. It starts at 5, ends at 9. So all the downtown shops are all decorated for Christmas, full of merchandise for Christmas, so you can start your holiday shopping.
Okay.
There also will be like wine and food to sample, and the shops always do complimentary gift wrap, but that's a special thing that you don't get everywhere.
Absolutely.
So you get complimentary gift wrap, and they'll have special sales that night. We also are starting the carriage rides again, the holiday carriage rides. They'll start that weekend too. So that kind of kicks off our holiday festivities downtown. And then on the Sunday, the November 23rd, is our traditional holiday open house. And the shop's open from 1 to 5 on Sunday. And a lot of them will stay open then during the holiday season on Sundays. But that's kind of the kickoff for that too. And something new that we're doing this year is we're going to have a silent auction on a wreath. So each of the locations that are participating will have a wreath, and they'll take bids on the wreath, and then at the end of all these two events, whoever has the highest bid will get the wreath.
Well, very good.
So, and then each of the merchants, I think, they're picking their charity that the money will go to. Okay. So, like if somebody bid $150 on a wreath, then that money would go to the charity that the merchant has picked.
Well, very good.
So we're excited about that, adding that new element to the event.
So many wonderful things, and I'm gonna, as our time expires, we can definitely want to come back because I know that we didn't get into didn't get into the month of December, but we know that Santa's going to be there, right?
Yeah, Santa will be at the square every Saturday in December from 1 to 4, and it's free. And that's our merchants' gifts to the children of LaGrange. Come see Santa, bring your list, bring your own camera, take your pictures. There's no cost. So. Anyway, and children love to see him, and it's fun to see the families come every year and take their annual Christmas picture. So encourage everybody to take advantage of that and the free carriage rides.
There we go. So many wonderful things, Barbara, that's going on. We just want to thank you for coming on the show to share this information with us, and I'm sure that the viewing audience will come out and support each and every one of these events because it's a great time of the year, fall time of the year, taking in the great weather, the good foods, and the great entertainment that's going to be taking place, the return. So definitely want to try to get out and see those guys.
Yes, that'll be fun.
Barbara, thank you very much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me, and if anybody needs more information, if they'll just check our downtown Facebook page or www.downtownlagrange.com, and we have a calendar of events, and there's more information and my number, so if you need to call me and get more information, that's the way to do it.
Well, very good. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're back for more City Week in just a moment. Welcome back to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm sitting down with the director of the LaGrange Callaway Airport, Chad Traylor. Chad, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Chad, I know that you recently took on the directorship there at the Callaway Airport, and that's a wonderful facility, and I know that you have the finger on the pulse and know all the things that are happening there. But before we get into all of that, I want to just kind of get to know Chad a little bit. This is your first time being on the show, and I think the last name might indicate to me that you might have a little bit of relationship with somebody in our city government. Is that correct?
I do. My grandfather, Bobby Traylor, he is on the city council. Been there for quite some time, most of my life that I can remember.
Talk about some of the things that you've seen him get involved with and may have prompted you to want to get involved with the airport here and your love for the aviation.
Yeah, actually, he had a lot to do with it. We, when I was growing up, he used to have a shop downtown, and I would hang out there a lot, and he would always talk about going out to the airport meetings. And, you know, at that point, I always wondered what happened at the airport. You know, was it like Atlanta? Was it bigger? Was it smaller? You know, I'm a kid, so I didn't know.
Right.
And every month, he was out there, and so one time, you know, I asked him, you know, what goes on out there, and he told me, and I thought, you know, I grew up in a business background with my grandparents and parents, and I said, you know, seems like it offers a lot of fun for a kid, not thinking, you know, much about it at the time. I'm just thinking flying, flying, flying.
Right.
So I, when I was about 16, 17 years old, I decided to go out there, and there's a local business out there, Air Ventures, that offers flight training. So I got hooked up with him, and from then on, I did a little bit of flight training. I loved it. Then I graduated high school, went and worked for the sheriff's office, stayed there for a few years, and you know, through that time, I let my flight training go down a little bit, and then just several years ago, got back into it, and just kind of forgot how much I loved it. So I got back into it, and been hanging out at the airport ever since.
Oh, very good. Now, Chad, you said something about 17 a minute ago. I might have to say that I believe you're telling me a tale. You said at age 17 you started flying, right? I know that you have the beard and everything, but you don't look more than 17 now. Okay.
Yes, sir. That's been 10 years ago.
About 10 years ago. Okay, well, very good. And at 17 you started flying, and now you're the director there at the airport.
Yes, sir.
What a transition that has been for you, I'm sure. And I know that talk a little bit about what your role there now as a director, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. What I do is we do the day-to-day operations.
Okay.
There's 2 additional employees that are there, and great guys, been there a while. And what we do is we bring the customer service to the people that are in transit, that are coming here for the first time, maybe that come here for business, and just come here for pleasure. There's a lot more people that use the airport than I think people give it credit for. People fly in recreationally just to visit their family, and also for business. So when they come in, we fill up their plane for them. We do the rental car service. We get in contact with the local rental cars here in town.
Okay.
We set up the lodging through our wonderful hotels that we have here, and they all work hand in hand with the airport wonderfully.
Very good.
So we try to make their transition here as smooth as possible and treat them as we would like to be treated when we go other places.
Absolutely. It sounds like you guys are a full service provider. Is that accurate to say, Chad?
We are.
Okay.
We are a full service airport. The size of the airport that we are, we have a lot of unique qualities. We have 4 runways, which a lot of people consider, you know, when you talk about an airport that's in a local town, just one little strip.
Right.
We have 4 runways.
Okay.
And which kind of puts us in a different category. We have a full-time and a full-based maintenance facility. They do large airplanes, small airplanes. It's Southside Aviation. Then we have, like I mentioned earlier, the instruction that you can get through Air Ventures, and they can take you from being a private pilot all the way up.
Oh my goodness. You know, it's, you know, because my brother's a pilot too, and he flies into the Callaway Airport from time to time, and,
Awesome.
and he talks about the uniqueness of it, and then he does a lot of night flying too, so he flies in at night, is able
Yes.
to leave his plane there and everything and fly back out, but he hadn't been able to get me in the plane with him just yet, though.
Oh, come on.
I will give him a chance one day, hopefully, Chad. I think I had to come out and take a few lessons first so I know where those instrument buttons and
There you
pushing
go.
and stuff. Let me ask you, you guys are a full service provider. How many hangars do you all currently have out there, and what's the, you know, are they full, or can you use more planes out there? Talk about that for us.
Yes, we have 40 T hangars. All of them are currently full at this time. There is a future that in the future we are going to build some more.
Okay.
But right now, pretty much everything we have on the airport is full.
Great.
So we're very lucky at that point with what we're dealing with right now. but we are full.
You know, you're talking about the size of our airport and the people not realizing how much it is utilized, because, you know, full service, you know, gas, you guys provide gas, and I think full service even at the gas pump, and that's something that's up to date.
Absolutely. That's something that we changed, and everybody's been on board with it. The customers are loving it a whole lot, because you got to think about it. A lot of these small, what we call GA planes, general aviation, it's a 4-seater, a 2-seater. That's generally what you're dealing with. There's a lot of 6-seaters out there. They come in, they don't have air conditioner. You're flying around July, August, it's hot. You get down, you're sweaty.
Right.
You've been flying for a couple hours. You get to where you want to be. We bring you a cold water. And even though we have a self-serve pump, we changed that name to assisted self-serve.
Okay.
So what we do is we come out, you pull up your plane, we get your information, we go ahead and fill up your plane for you. A lot of airports offer the self-serve, you do everything yourself.
Right.
But we just, you know, we had a problem with that, and I think the customer service is something that you'll hear me speak a lot about, because I believe people should get the top-notch service.
Absolutely.
So we go out, we fill up their planes for them, they go inside, we have hot dogs, we have cookies, we have waters, snacks, just stuff to make people, when they come in, feel the hospitality that we offer to everybody, because word of mouth is a big deal in this business.
Right. Absolutely.
So we want them to tell their friends, we want them to tell everybody about the experience they had here.
Well, very good. Talking about customer service, I know that goes a long way.
Yes,
and
sir.
some of the changes that you're bringing to the airport, Chad, I know that coming up on September the 20th, you guys are planning a fly-in. I remember days of old, they used to have the fly-ins. Talk about that and the excitement that's generated from that.
We've, there was a few people at the airport, myself included, we decided that when I took over, you know, people ask you, what are you doing now? And you tell them that, you know, you're out at the airport, and they assume Atlanta.
Right. Forgetting that we have an airport here.
Exactly,
Right.
forgetting that we have a top-notch,
That's right.
awesome facility. And it kind of bothered me. In the years past, we've had air shows.
Right.
Great turnouts. People love that. We attend air shows throughout the year. A buddy of mine has 2 what we consider warbirds, and we fly those to air shows.
Okay.
And the atmosphere there is, I mean, it's just breathtaking. You know, you see performers in the air. They're doing, you know, awesome stunts. You have attractions. You have jet trucks. You have a school bus with a, you know, a jet engine in it. Oh yeah, it's just so much. The atmosphere is just so awesome. You know, it's stuff that you don't see, you hear about, you watch on television, but when you're actually smelling the exhaust, when you hear it, it's loud. That's what I wanted to bring to LaGrange. Well, to do that, we're going to start off by doing a fly-in.
Okay.
And with the flyers that we put out, the Chamber of Commerce, they've hopped in and they're promoting it for us. We've had some local businesses here in town that are going to donate their time, because this is free to the public. That's one thing that I want everybody to know.
Very good.
This is going to be free. And on September 20th, come in, no charge. And when you get there, you're going to see what's going to be the beginning part of an air show that's going to come in a couple of years.
Oh my, okay.
Start off as a fly-in. Next year, we'll have another fly-in, and we're going to determine then if we're ready to make that jump back into the air show world.
Air show.
Absolutely.
That's great.
We're going to have kid-friendly events. We're going to have the moonwalks.
Okay.
We're going to have the cotton candies, the funnel cakes, little train rides for the kids to go around.
You got me already.
I know. I'm ready for it. I wish it was already here. And I think by doing events like this, it's going to have that, let's go out to the airport. Let's just go out and see what's going on today. We have a wonderful lobby area. We encourage people, you know, during your lunch, we're right in the middle of the corporate park.
Right.
Bring your lunch out. Come out and eat lunch with us.
Oh, so the public can come out?
We encourage the public to come out. We want the public to be there, because that's how you get familiar with what's around you.
That's right.
You know, and we're going to do our part. We're going to put out the invitation.
Okay.
And then at that point, we need you to come on out.
To pick up the tab.
Absolutely. Pick it up, come out, eat with us, introduce yourself to us. We'll do whatever we can to make you feel welcomed, at home.
Okay.
And we'll have a lot of fun out there.
Well, very good. And that's September the 20th from 9 o'clock until 5 o'clock, free to the general public.
Free.
Oh my
A lot of places charge for stuff like this because of the money that it takes on, but because of the backing of what we have to deal with here in LaGrange and Troup County.
Right.
Everybody's so supportive of this that we've been able to make it happen at no cost. What will happen is once you get in, if you want to buy the drinks or food, just your common stuff. But other than that, admission, no charge.
And you know, and that's very good, and I hope the public, and I know that they will. And Chad, I know that a lot of the viewing audience probably listening, saying, of course, I know you have 4 runways as we get ready to close out. What are some of the largest planes, or what's the largest planes that our airport can accommodate?
Oh, we have DC-9s, a Global 6000, G5s. I mean, we handle some pretty large aircraft. And it's not just a little small-time airport. You get the small-time hospitality, but we're able to service a wide group.
Very good. Chad, I'm looking so forward to this, man, and you know, to have someone that kind of grew up there on the airport itself, and then now to become the director that has a passion for the flying, customer service being top notch. I think they tagged the right man for the job, and I know that your grandfather is proud of you, and as the county and the city, we're very proud and fortunate to have you, such a young man there that has years of experience, to bring these things, the fly-in and the air show, to our community for the entire community to enjoy. So I want to say thank you very much for being on the show today, sharing this information with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're back for more City Week in just a moment.
Why United Way? Because United Way of West Georgia helps support 25 local organizations. Organizations that make life better for all of us. Yes, 25. There's no easier way to help so many of your neighbors through a single donation. When you give to United Way of West Georgia, you help a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining for City Week this week. My guests have been from the Downtown LaGrange Development Authority, the Director of Promotions and Marketing, Barbie Watts, as she talked about the upcoming events that will be taking place from the month of October going all the way through Christmas. So make sure you come out and patronize those events. A lot of wonderful things will be taking place during the fall of the year. Also, I had on from the LaGrange Callaway Airport, the Director, Chad Traylor, as he talked about the upcoming fly-in event that will be held on September the 20th from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. It's free to the public, so come on out and take in all the sights and sounds. I'm sure you will thoroughly enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoyed City Week this week, and as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.